Good evening, and welcome to this channel, which is about reincarnation. Today I will tell you about my first trip to Paris. This was a special thing for me. It was a big breakthrough. I knew at the time that I had lived before. I was certain of it, and I was pretty sure that I lived in Paris at one point, at least one lifetime in Paris. I knew it. So then I got this very strong urge to go there, which was weird for me. You know, I don't particularly like to travel. I like to see places, but the travel part is not a big thing for me. But I had this very strong urge to go. So I decided to go. And it was in January. That's another thing. January, Paris. April and May, it's beautiful in Paris. But I went in January. Understand? So this big guy from Sweden went alone in January to Paris. It's weird, isn't it? So this is what happened. So I got off the plane, I got on the bus, and traveling towards Paris, I saw Paris at a distance. And I got excited, very excited, like a boy. I looked at the other passengers and nobody was excited, of course, but I was. It was ridiculous. So I understood something was going to happen. There was something going on. Right. And then I checked into the hotel. I came there about 5 p.m., I think. And then I walked for maybe 6-7 hours. I just walked around. I totally ruined the pair of shoes, and my feet, they were killing me. And then I understood I have to go by subway or metro. They have this beautiful metro system in Paris. Paris back then was still great. Now they ruined it. It's very sad. But it was very nice back then. So the next day I started going by subway, the metro. And I visited all these places. And I was supposed to be interested, but I wasn't. I got very bored quickly. And I started to observe myself. I should be interested in this, but I'm not. Why? And I realized that this is not the purpose of this trip. The purpose of this trip is to find out what happened here in my past life. That's the purpose. And there was one area of Paris where something happened. So when I came there, I got all kinds of emotions, strong, very strong emotions. I got excited, pissed off, all kinds of things happened when I came there. So I focused on that area and skipped all the other parts of Paris. So late, the second day I was there, late, I came to this little square in this area. And there were artists there, painters, and they showed their art. And I started walking around there. And I got so annoyed with this. I was really observing myself. I was very annoyed by these people being there, which was weird, wasn't it? You know, I like artists. I love watching art. But I was so annoyed. I thought this was very interesting. So I thought, let's just keep walking. So I walked around this square, being very annoyed. And then after the third lap, I felt everything relaxed. And I started to relax. And then the memories started to come. That's right. Then I started to see things. Fascinating stuff. I remember, for instance, passing a house where there was a restaurant. Very old house. And the restaurant was closed. but I felt very drawn to this place. And as I was passing it, standing there in front of it, I saw something. I saw memories from inside the restaurant. I saw a group of people sitting there having a good time, drinking wine, a lot of laughter, fantastic. And I realized I was one of them, sitting there. And I could see everything. I could see how the women were dressed, the men, everything. The faces, the beards. Yes. So that's an example of this. Yeah, it was a big breakthrough for me. Then later that night, something huge happened. And I talked about this in an earlier video. So I will not talk about this today. But this was a big thing for me. Because everything sort of opened up after this. I understood this relationship between emotions and memories. The emotions, they come first. If you start to look at something, if you come to a place where you have been before, I don't know, maybe not, but this is what happens to me, at least. I get these emotions first. And if I just go through them, the memories will be there. They are sort of hidden behind the emotions. So I learned this during my trip to Paris, my first trip. That was great. All right. Be good.